The notorious Conor McGregor makes his long-awaited UFC return at UFC 246 when he faces Donald Cowboy Cerrone. I'm Shaquille Madjouri for SB Nation MMA, and I talk to fighters from all sorts of organizations to get their breakdown on Conor versus Cowboy. Enjoy. First up is Tito Ortiz.
Cerrone versus Conor. Wow. If that happens, I like Cowboy in this one, man. I really like Cowboy's chances. You know, Conor has taken a beat in his last couple fights. People kind of found his kryptonite, and the pressure is something that Conor can't handle. But I don't know. I think that life is something that comes full circle. Karma's a bitch and always bites people in the ass. And Conor has done some really bad things, and I think karma will get him at the end of the day. But I'm not taking nothing away from Cowboy because the man's a stud. He's a hardworking man, a very respectable person, and I like him a lot. So I would give this one to Cowboy if it does happen.
Next, we have Jon Fitch.
Well, if Conor McGregor doesn't go to prison for rape, which he's under investigation for, and people won't talk about it, ESPN is keeping their mouth shut. WME, UFC, who, they harbored Harvey Weinstein, they're covering it up also, not talking about it. Innocent proven guilty, until proven guilty, but you should at least be able to ask questions. It seems very fishy that everything's, very, I don't know. They're very in control of that narrative. But, I don't know. It's hard to get over those allegations and pick a winner in that fight. Hopefully, justice is served. And if he's innocent, could be an interesting fight to see. But I don't know. I don't know if Cerrone has the ability to game plan himself into a win over Conor. I think Conor does a better job at game planning than a lot of his opponents do.
Introducing UFC's Alex Grasso.
This is a hard one to pick. I wish that Donald Cerrone can win this fight because he's a very hardworking man. He's always fighting. He's very tough. He has a big heart.
Next is the California kid Urijah Faber.
Man, the fans are gonna win on that one. We'll leave it.
Say hi to PFL Sarah Kaufman.
I love Cowboy. I have nothing against Conor, but I really hope that Cowboy wins. I think that he definitely has an overall better ability to win the fight in more aspects. But Conor, of course, comes in very strong for the first round, 2 rounds. And Cowboy is a little bit of a slow starter. So over 5, I think that Cowboy can win that fight. So I really root for Cowboy on this one.
And last but not least, Kajan Johnson.
So there's so many layers to that specific matchup in the way I see it anyway. I like Cerrone when he fights orthodox people. I think his most dangerous weapon is his left head kick. And he does have a really dangerous right head kick as well as a really good right knee. But I don't think they're quite as good as his left side. So every time he fights a southpaw, I get a little bit nervous. And also I feel like he's got a bit of a boxing hole. Like he doesn't have the greatest boxing defense. He doesn't have the best head movement blocking system. And he's also really noticeably now slowing down. So all Conor's probably the as Conor is really powerful, very fast, and he's also a southpaw, so that will cause Cerrone problems. Although I just have a feeling that Cerrone's going to win this one, and it's not really based on anything rational other than maybe some of the things that I've seen from Conor in the media, which I have no idea if this is a real accurate representation of who he is and where he is right now. But it seems like he's kind of sliding, like he's doing a bit of a slide. And because of that, I think that Cerrone will have the mental state to go those 5 rounds and to push a pace and maybe not push a pace in the beginning of the fight, but later on in the fight as it picks up and as he gets warmed up and as Conor starts slowing down, I think that he may be able to put Conor into a bad position And when we've seen Conor get into bad positions in the past, he has opted out of some situations that were still fightable. So I think that he's got a questionable heart, and Cerrone may be able to expose that heart and will take out a hard-fought victory because of that.